So once we have AI certified agents on a program or working on behalf of a client, typically, how much time, or I guess it probably varies based on the clients and what the needs are. But is there a certain amount of time, say in a 40-hour work week, are they working on the AI piece specific for a percentage amount of their time, or does it just vary?
I'm so glad that you asked that question because rather than carving out a certain section of time, it's actually real-time feedback as they're providing it.
Okay.
So, for example, you're my customer, I'm talking to you right now. Let's say it presents a knowledge article in our agent assist, for example, that would not be an appropriate article. At the end, when I'm doing my wrap up, I'm selecting my disposition. I have
Hmm.
my automatic from my pilot. My notes are already automatically transcribed for me, so that saves a huge chunk of time. Now all I'm doing is I'm able to provide feedback right there in the same system right then I move
Awesome.
on to the next call. So
So
yeah.
it happens live and ad
Yep.
hoc. As it
Yep.
comes up, it's
Yep.
taken care of. That
Yep.
is amazing.
Yep. And of course,
Awesome.
not every single call is going to need that
Right.
level of feedback, right?
Right.
When a client is first starting out using my pilot, for example, there's going to be more feedback at first.
Sure.
But we're then as the machine gets better and smarter, there's just less need for it.
Yeah,
So
definitely. And then I would imagine as the machine gets better and smarter and more time lapses, it's just going to become more of those one-offs
yeah.
where, oh, we've never been asked this before. We
Yep.
don't have anything in knowledge management articles or within our system that covers this. So it's more of that, those more rare type of questions.
Mhm. And I think an important part of that too is for the knowledge base, for example, because we talked about before about ingesting all of our clients' content, because that's where
Mhm.
we get the content from, right? So
Yeah.
if there's something in there hidden in the knowledge article that is outdated or incorrect, it may not come up for a while, but whenever it does actually come up, that's another opportunity for the agent to say maybe it was the correct article to be presented, but there's a piece of information that's just outdated in there. So that's another important piece because then we can also go back to the client and say, hey, some of your content is outdated and you're going to want to update that as well. So I forgot to mention that piece. So I wanted to take the opportunity to do that too.
Yeah. Absolutely. That's awesome. Well, that's very perfect. I think that's all of my questions. Was there anything that I did not ask that you were hoping I would ask, or anything else that you wanted to add?
Uh, no, I don't think so. I just think it's a really exciting and different program that we're doing.
Absolutely.
And yeah, I encourage everyone to give it a shot. I think it would be great to get a larger amount of agents AI certified. It's great for that employee engagement as well, right? Because what
Mhm.
other company do you work at when you're a customer service or a sales agent where you're getting to learn about AI? So that in itself is going to make me want to stick around at the company because it's pretty cool. Because
Yeah,
AI is
yeah,
everywhere, right? That's what everyone's talking
right.
about.
Yeah, and absolutely, because for the longest time, a lot of contact center agents, they're trained to maybe go into QA or training, learning development, to become a team leader or supervisor. And they can get that type of training anywhere they go. But here at Humash, they can actually gain training to on AI, on something I don't want to say brand new, but it's very new to a lot of our client base, and it's very new to the agent. So it's a whole new skill set. I mean, I see all the time different universities and Coursera and different websites offering AI certification training. So for us to provide it to our employees, like you said, from an engagement perspective, that'll keep them more highly engaged. It really
Yep,
speaks to their intrinsic motivation. Like, hey,
that's
I get to
right.
learn new information. So
Yep,
back to the behavioral
exactly.
science. I love it.
Exactly.